Hey guys, sorry about that. We're having some technical difficulties with Hope with Jonathan's clips. Apologize about that. Welcome to our show tonight. This is going to be a special one, guys. I've got my co-host with me, Rhonda Johnson, and say hello, Rhonda.
Hey, hey, Jonathan, how are you? Hello,
All
everybody out
right.
there.
And me and Rhonda are. I'm a real recent transplant patient, and Rhonda had her transplant, I believe, in 2019.
No, I'm new
No,
too.
no. Are
This
you?
year, yes, 2020, April 28th of this year. So we're
Okay.
both
Okay.
newbies.
Wow. So
Yeah,
yeah, both of us experienced the transplant during COVID. So
right.
which is a lot of people didn't think that was going to happen, but it's happening. So
Yeah, it is.
mhm. So
And
Rhonda,
go ahead.
I was going to ask you before we get started. I wanted you to maybe give a little backstory on how you got involved with kidney disease.
Well, if you really want to go back, go back. I have a family history of kidney disease. My sister passed away from kidney failure. My father had kidney failure. I have some first cousins that have chronic kidney disease. So, whatever this is, it is hereditary. It is definitely
Wow.
a genetic thing.
Okay.
And I thought it was important because it affects people of color um,
Right.
uh, so disproportionately. It's just
Yes.
kind of pretty bad. So one of the things that I wanted to do was just kind of bring awareness um,
Right.
because I kind of found out about mine kind of just accidentally. There were some things that I was just unaware of and
Yes.
didn't have knowledge about because people do not talk about it, and the medical community doesn't talk about kidney disease like they do cancer, some of the other.
Right.
So I think it's so
Yeah.
important that
Yes.
we bring awareness to kidney disease. Um,
Yes.
it's unfortunate that it's
Yep.
not talked about more
Right.
because there's so many people who are dealing with it, and then by the time they find out, they're either in stage 3 or 4. Um,
Yes.
so it's just um, important that the conversation starts, and it's almost like an emergent thing. I think that
Yes.
we need to bring awareness and talk about it as much as we do some of the other chronic conditions that are out there.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. Beforehand, before my kidneys failed, I had no education on dialysis or kidney disease or anything. I didn't find out about any of this until my kidneys failed. And then
Mhm.
it was kind of like surprise, it's time to learn about this stuff. And, I should have been educated on it a long time before. I suffered from chronic, type 2 diabetes and hypertension.
Mhm.
And, but when I would go to the doctor, they would hand you a pamphlet or something and say, "Here you go." There was no real diet like education. Excuse me. There wasn't a real in-depth process of education to tell you, you could end up in kidney failure and on dialysis as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's just amazing that they reckon. It seems like the system recognizes like cancer, and those are horrible diseases too.
No
But
doubt.
you just don't see kidney disease out there. But you ended up losing a kidney to kidney cancer, right?
I did. In
Hmm.
2015, I found out that I caught it early, but I had stage 1 renal cell carcinoma. I was
Hmm.
working out at the gym, and when I came home, I was having like severe pain. I was having pain all the time, and it was
Hmm.
getting so bad where it felt like it was just it was just unbearable. The pain was unbearable. So I'm not big on going to emergency rooms. So I called my physician, and he was kind enough to tell me to just come on into the office. And they thought I was having, oh God, I'm trying to think what it's called. They thought I was having something else, like oh gosh, I can't even remember what it's called. But they rushed me to the emergency room. And when I got there, they did a CT scan, and they found the cancer by accident. Otherwise, yeah, I would have never known. I would have never known had I not just kind of had this pain. And it really wasn't that was really causing the pain. I had like pulled muscles or something like that. But it was so severe that it felt like something else was going on. And so when they did the CT scan is when they found the tumor. And I was supposed to have like a partial nephrectomy. And however, where the tumor was located, it ended up they had to take the whole thing. And I did well for a couple of years. And then in 2018, my remaining kidneys started to decline. And I was probably for about a year around 30 or something like that. And then for some reason, it just plummeted. And before my transplant, I was at 9%. So, yeah, so for about a year, I was, constantly with my nephrologist who, and one of the things that I never had to go on dialysis is you start to get critical, you start thinking of what can I do to slow down the progression.
Yes.
So diet and exercise was really important. So I changed everything. I mean, I threw out, I didn't eat like horrible, but there was a lot of things that I probably could have did better. And so I had
that's something I stayed away from for 40 years.
Yeah.
Diet and exercise.
Absolutely. And so the first thing I did was I don't do red meat anymore. And I got rid of, all of those things that are high in sodium. I'm a snack. So I'd snack on like chips and things like that, and starches. So I just kind of just switched up, and now I do like baked fish or chicken and lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. And that is what kept me off of dialysis. Even though it started to decline, and when I got down to 9%, things started to happen that I said, well, I had already gotten my fistula, and so it was mature. So in the event like the fell out, I was ready. So I called them, I think on a Friday, and I had already been to the dialysis center to take a tour and view and talk to everyone. And I was supposed to start that Monday. And they called me on a Sunday night and told me to be at the hospital Monday morning and for the transplant.
Wow. So you diverted from dialysis completely?
Yeah, completely.
Oh, wow. Wow.
True blessing.
Hey, I have a question real quick. Do you know a Tiffany?
Tiffany.
Yeah, someone's trying to join on.
That's my daughter.
Yeah. Okay. Let me add. I'll add her.
Okay. Yeah, that's my daughter.
I'll add her on. Hello, Tiffany. Can you hear me? You got your microphone muted.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me.
Yes.
All right. Well, we brought you on. This is your mom, Rhonda.
Yes.
Okay. Well, welcome to the show, Tiffany.
Thank you.
And she was my other two daughters were very instrumental through this whole process.
All right.
they helped because I had some really, really bad days.
Yeah.
And then during the recovery part, I couldn't have recovered without them.
Okay.
After 7 days, I was up walking 3-4 miles. So, and they
Oh,
contributed to
wow.
that. They helped with, kind of helping me and encouraging me and,
Yeah.
telling me I got to move and,
Oh, yeah.
because, when all of those things happen, you start to feel sorry for yourself and you start to
Yeah.
get some kind of way. And
Yeah.
my girls are pretty tough. So, and I
Yeah.
say that I was pretty tough on them. So I got it back. I definitely got it back. So they were
Yeah.
good at making sure that, I
Yeah.
did what I needed to do. So.
Well, what happened with me was I was exercising while I was on dialysis, but I didn't start back into my regimen until after I switched to home hemo.
Ah.
Yeah, I got like when I was before I went into renal failure, I was walking about 3 to 5 miles a day,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't losing any weight.
Yeah.
And all I was doing was draining a little bit of the fluid, and it was keeping me alive, and I didn't even know I was suffering with kidney disease like I was.
Yeah.
And 6 months later, I was like, man, I'm not dropping any weight. I'm not dropping any, pounds or anything. And I said, something's wrong, and then eventually I got so swollen that I couldn't put my shoes on, right?
Yeah.
And that should have been the light bulb, but it wasn't. I ended up, being stat flighted from the town I live in Texas all the way to San Antonio, and went
Wow.
into a arrhythmia. I was about 30 minutes from death, right? And
Wow.
but I ended up, with a permacath, and I left the hospital with a permacath. I was on hemodialysis, and then I switched over a couple months later to home hemo.
Okay.
And I was only on that for about 3 months, and then I got transplant. I got the miracle gift of life.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but when I went on home hemo, I felt like I had more energy because I was getting more treatments.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting like 5 treatments a week, and and I felt like the toxins weren't building up, as much as they do when you're only in center for like three times a week. And
Right.
so it definitely benefited me because I felt better and I had more strength, and I was walking, and I was riding my bike and all that. And I'm just now with the transplant transition, I'm just now getting to the point where I'm walking again, a few miles when I go, and
Yes.
riding my bike. But because I'm only out, August the 11th.
Oh,
So
you
I'm just,
will do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just a little over 90 days,
Okay.
so all
Okay.
thanks be to God,
Oh, for sure.
glory to God for sure.
For
And
sure.
so hey Tiffany, did you want to come on and just add in, how the kidney disease affected you?
I can say it just affected us, me and my sisters, just
Mm-hmm.
with worry. We were worried more than anything because
Mm-hmm.
we could see the decline in her just appearance and
Uh-huh.
also her mood as well. And
Right.
in the interim of her receiving the kidney, we were kind of like, wow, her levels are getting worse and worse and dropping, and just the
Yeah.
unforeseen happenings of what could happen,
Yeah.
if it got dire. So yes.
Right. Yeah, I interviewed my son, and I was amazed at how much he actually picked up on so many things regarding kidney disease and what happened with me, and the effects it had on me and him. Because kidney disease not only affects you, it affects the whole family, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because my mood had changed to, I was angry, short-tempered. I had brain fog, like I couldn't think or
Woo.
process things.
Yes. We like
They would come
literally thought that something was like wrong mentally
mentally.
as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
we did.
yes. My kids would tell me, they'd be like, "Dad, you're going off, man. You crazy. What happened?" And they were just straight up with me, like, "Dad, you something's wrong. Are you okay?" And I'm like,
Right.
I'm fine. I thought I was fine, but I
Yeah.
wasn't.
You
You
think
know.
you are. Yeah. And
Yeah.
what
And
so hard is that when you're going through those things and you try to explain, you know that there's something wrong. And you try to explain to people that there's something wrong, but people don't understand it. And one of the folks didn't understand with me is that because I wasn't on dialysis yet, and although they could see that, you know, I was swelling and my face was getting bigger, my skin was getting that ash gray color.
yes.
But it was hard for people to kind of empathize and understand what is going on with you, you know, because kidney disease is an inward thing. I mean, although you might show a few things physically, but it's affecting you on the inside and emotionally.
Yes.
So,
well, guys, we have a special guest to come on the show tonight. That me and Rhonda, Tiffany included, we want to advocate for. As you can see down below on the ticker bar, we her Facebook page is A Kidney for Christine Ann Hernandez. Her blood type's O, and she lives in Chicago. The hospital is Northwestern Memorial. Okay, and she is in need of a kidney donor to come forth for her. And one of the reasons why we had this show tonight was to definitely advocate for her and let her come on and tell her story. So I'm going to bring on, I call her Cris, but Cris Ann, and I'm going to bring her on now as our special guest. So here we go.
Okay.
and while you're bringing her on, maybe I can mention.
All right, now welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Cris.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was muted. Yeah.
Okay.
God bless you all.
Hey,
God bless
Cris.
you too.
How's it going? How's everyone doing? How's the plans for the weekend, right?
As
No
good as it can get. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I've been I haven't been feeling so good the last few days. Very tired, kind of like exhausted kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And having like basically no energy, you know, and
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like I need an extra dialysis session, and maybe that'll make me feel a little better, you know.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. How's your lab work been, Cris? Has your everything still, looking good as far as like, your potassium levels and the phosphorus and all that?
My phosphorus was just a little like 1 or 2 points higher, but everything else was like really good. Everything was
Yeah.
normal.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, even my parathyroid, it was like almost 2,000. It went down to 700. So
Oh, good.
a
Wow.
blessing in itself, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I had trouble controlling mine when I was on dialysis. It was always low. And they put me on a renal vitamin with calcium, or it was vitamin D in it that helped with the parathyroid. They backed me off of some of the binders I was on, and then put me on that, and it kind of brought that parathyroid back, level back up. So
Yeah.
I know that could be tricky.
I think mine was like, I want to say it was like 800 or 1200. It was somewhere around there. And I was really concerned about it. And I think I saw everyone from a hematologist to, anybody that I could, because I was concerned, and it was so new and I didn't know anything about hyperparathyroidism. I didn't know anything about it until they kind of broke it down and told me, exactly what your parathyroid does. So,
right.
Yeah, they were saying if it went any higher, they would wanted to do surgery. So I was like, just put it in prayer. And when I saw my results today, I was like, yay,
Well, that's what they told me. They didn't want to treat it because it was part of the chronic kidney disease. So but now it's normal as it can be, I guess now. Yeah.
So, Cris, if you don't mind giving us a little bit of a backstory on how you got affiliated with kidney disease and what you're currently going through with using you're using a next stage home hemodialysis machine at home, right?
Yes, I am. My kidney journey started back in I would say like 2016. That was because my brothers both had kidney failure. So when I saw that they had kidney failure, and um, I started asking my doctor, I said, hey, can I get checked? Both of my brothers have kidney failure, and I want to get an evaluation because I just feel like there's something that might be wrong with me. And she didn't think there was anything wrong because, looking at the labs, everything looked really good. But I got my referral through persistence. And then I saw a nephrologist, an awesome nephrologist up in Chicago, and he 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 suggested that he said that he was going to bring my case in front of a panel to see if they would have a panel of doctors approve him doing a biopsy of my kidneys, even though my labs weren't showing anything, or my urine, there wasn't any leak of protein or anything like that. So he went ahead and he did it, and it showed that I had like stage 3, almost stage 4 kidney disease once I found out. And I was in shock. And at the beginning, I was just trying to fix everything, because I didn't expect that. Like, I kind of suspected, but didn't expect it, And when when um when I when he came with the news, I said, well, can we put a stent in there and get blood flowing to the area that's atrophied and dying? And he said, no, that's one organ that really doesn't regenerate, and no, we can't do that. So, and then I was just trying to come up with options. And then he said the only treatment for you, unfortunately, is going to be eventually dialysis and a transplant. But for now, to like uh, increase the longevity of your kidneys, diet and exercise would be the best thing for you, and just have follow up with me, your nephrologist, and just constant follow up. So that's what they did. They followed me really, really close, but my kidneys declined really fast too.
So, Cris, what would you say through this journey has been the thing that has helped you most kind of press forward and stay on top of everything? And when you have those bad days, what is it that you do that kind of helps you get through it? I know prayer is one of them.
So. Oh yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
Also, my children, knowing that they need me around, and for me to fight for them and stay healthy, and just having putting all my faith in God, and having a good group of doctors that have a lot of faith in me also,
Yes.
and um uh and just having just being surrounded by, like, I have Jeff, uh I have Jonathan, Jared, um, you, Rhonda. I met you, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Monica. Like amazing people. The National Kidney Foundation of Illinois, like such a good support group. You got to have a support group, because that is just like key to your success, and having
Agree.
so many people on your side,
Yeah.
rooting for you. That gives you the energy to keep going another day.
Yeah, Monica is beautiful. I can't say enough good things about her. She helped me through my my journey. She did. She was like a mentor for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your nurses and everybody in there, I'm in this in my center. My nurses were always helpful to me. Um, when I was on dialysis, and they were a big benefit to me. I don't know if that's what you're speaking of, someone that was a nurse or.
I at my center. Well, now I do it at home, but the
Right.
center that I went through, they're amazing, and they give me the support that I need. And even next stage, if I need something, it's here. Like, if it could be here the same day, it will. If not, it'll be here the next morning. Um, if I call and I have a question, they always have an answer. So, having that comfort right now is what kind of just being surrounded, I think, by such amazing people, and uh, the amazing people that I met on Facebook. Like, oh my goodness,
Oh yeah.
it is a true, true, true blessing.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
community. I think that was probably one of the best things I could have done to get connected with people who were going through the same thing, so that you don't think that you're crazy, and you realize people are enduring some of the same things that you are. It's nice to
Yes.
talk to people who can tell you, okay, I came home from work and went to bed at 6 o'clock, and I'm still tired too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Hey guys, I want to let you know we got some watchers. We got some people commenting. We got Jared Brown, so shout out to Jared Brown from Warriors Quest Show.
hey,
Um,
Hi,
hey
Jared.
Jared, God bless you, brother. He was on with me last night. And then we have Donna Tassat, and Donna says she's praying for you every
Oh,
day to get that donor. So she's a great advocate. She advocates for many on social media, and she also had a question about your GFR. She said, "I always wondered when you're on dialysis, do they closely monitor the GFR, or does it even make a difference?" I'll tell you personally, my GFR always fluctuated from blood work to blood work. It always fluctuated. So,
I request to get my GFR checked. They really don't check
hmm
it.
yeah,
But they
yeah,
usually go by your creatinine and your
yeah,
URR numbers. But like, I'll go and ask my PCP, hey, can you just check my GFR? I would like to know where I'm at.
yeah,
And she'll
yeah.
go and order it for me.
And
Um,
the KTRV, I think, is what it's called. Is that right? KTRV
the
clearance.
yes, the clearance, yes.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Explain that. I don't know what that is. What is that?
It's
I call
it's
it.
well, I was going to tell you, it's like a ratio of numbers that they can somehow calculate that shows whether or not your body's being cleared of all the toxins as per the prescription that you're on. Cris may be able to expand on that a little bit better.
Yeah, so like I I look at the URR, which is very similar to the KTRV. So
Mm-hmm.
it lets you know if your prescription is good enough for the clearance for your blood and the toxins to be clearing from your body. So
Yes.
according to, like, sometimes if, say, if I gain weight, they might have to adjust my
Yeah.
my prescription, or if I lose weight, they might have to adjust the prescription, because then my body's not going to be cleansed the way it should be.
Okay.
Yes. So, Chris Ann, you are currently in need of a donor, and
Yes,
you're a blood type O, and you're at Northwestern Memorial Chicago, but you're currently right now in Tampa, Florida, right?
I sure am. I'm in Tampa. I'm
Mm-hmm.
scheduled for an evaluation on the 23rd,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hoping to be able to get on the Tampa General transplant program list also, and maybe find a donor over here in Florida. I believe that with there's no limits for God, right? So
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
wherever I say God tells me to go, I go.
Yeah.
So,
Is there any other hospitals that you're trying to get on with?
yeah,
Yes, I'm waiting for a phone call from Mayo Clinic, Arizona, and I'm scheduled at John Hopkins in February. So I'm going north, south, east, west.
Amen.
Just trying to see if I find a match. It's a little harder for me to
Yeah.
find a match because of my
All right.
PRA. So
can you
Right.
want to explain what PRA is for those who don't know? I know you guys explained it to me, so explain what the PRA is.
so the PRA is called a panel reactive antibody, and uh, it's like your antibodies. Everybody has antibodies in their system, right?
Mhm.
And the higher the antibodies, the higher the chances of a rejection. So the highest it could go to is 100%, right? So I'm at 100%. So basically, they told me I had to find that perfect match to be able to go and be my donor. And they said they're out there because they have transplanted people with the PRA of 100. I just have to find my miracle donor, and I know he or she is out there. I just feel it.
It is, for sure. We're going to pray that up. We know that we're going to find that
Amen.
out for you.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yes.
Stephanie. It's Tiffany. Tiffany.
That's my
I
oldest
pre-
daughter.
Hi,
That's your
Tiffany.
oldest daughter.
Mhm.
All right. Is she a nurse or social worker?
Social worker.
Social worker. All
Yep.
right. Well, you know what? My local social worker was amazing, very helpful to me. Helped me sign up with the American Kidney Fund and helped me with the QMB and all that stuff. So she was amazing, very helpful to me. So I got a lot of love for social workers.
Yep. She stayed on top of everything. She stayed on top of all of my appointments and making sure that they were following through. So she was a huge help, her and the other two.
Yes, yes. Do you have any questions for Chris? Tiffany, do you have any questions?
You're on mute. I think you're on mute.
Okay. I don't have
There you
any
go.
questions. I just am glad
Here
to
for
hear her
support.
story. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you joining. It's amazing. I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
Chris needs all the support she can get. And I wanted to let everybody know Chris has a podcast that she did with, I believe, the NKF, National Kidney Foundation of Illinois.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that was amazing. I listened to it on my bike ride the other night and really enjoyed it. I listen to podcasts when I'm exercising, And I really enjoyed your podcast. Guys, if you get a chance, you can find it, I believe, at NKF Illinois podcast. I don't know if it's on like YouTube or Spotify or where you can find it at, but I've seen it on Facebook. I know that.
Okay.
I'll reshare it again also. That way you guys could.
Okay.
It was a really good interview. I interviewed with Monica from NKFI. She's awesome, Monica.
She is. Yep, she is. I met Monica through a relative that lives in Chicago, and she has been very instrumental and kind of helping me through the steps. So, Cris, are there other, I guess, on this journey that you're on, is there anything that you want to kind of put out there to everyone as you're looking?
Yeah, well, my all the programs that I'm a part of, they all have the paired exchange program also. So for those that are aren't a match for me, they could always sign up to try and be part of the paired exchange program.
Mm-hmm.
That's an option. Also.
Yes.
If you're not my match and you decide you just want to do a direct donation, there's so many other people also that need kidneys. I'm not a selfish person, so there's so many of us out there, and blessing is a blessing.
That's right.
Yeah. Can you expand on the paired exchange for those that don't know what the paired exchange is, aka swap program?
So say if someone with like a type A blood or a O that doesn't match mine wants to donate to me, and but they're not a match because my PRA is the cross match is not working. Match for that.
We've lost.
Yeah, we're losing our feed.
We're losing our feed. Go ahead and go again with it.
Okay. So they have a program, so that person will get matched with someone, and then that other person's donor that doesn't match with them will be able to be my my donor. So that's how they do that. Sometimes they do it even like 3 or 4 people across. So it's kind of amazing, the whole paired exchange program.
Somehow we've lost video for you, Cris. We've lost your video.
I was trying to figure out why that is, because I could see you guys and I can't see myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may try going out and coming back in if you want to.
Okay.
But the paired exchange is an amazing program. It's a win-win, for those that have incompatible blood types. Like let's say you're an O and you need an O kidney because O can only receive an O. But let's say you wanted to donate to a person that was an O and you had an A or B blood type. They can actually take your kidney and donate it to someone else, and then in exchange for their kidney, that person that needs a kidney that's an O will receive one from the program. I believe it's through UNOS is who I believe they reach out and see what they have. Like I'm guessing in like a dispensary or however they do it. But it's an amazing program, the swap program, the paired exchange. It's an amazing program.
It is. And it's like you said, it's a win-win for everyone. Even if that person is not a match for you, it's able
there
to find.
She is.
Yeah.
Yes.
For someone else.
So that
definitely a win-win.
it is for, it'll save, it could save like multiple lives, you know, and it's giving uh like more than one person an opportunity of getting that transplant while you're getting a transplant. So it's just an amazing thing that they do also. So that's an option also in the transplant centers. And a lot of them are
Yes.
doing that more because sometimes they find that there's someone with like a closer markers that will match better versus the other person. And then that way they could the kidney will last a lifetime, you know, because that's the whole goal for that person to get a kidney and for it to last, you know, a lifetime, not to have a kidney
Absolutely.
and for it
Yeah.
to, you know, fail. So,
Cris, are there, do you have like a Facebook page, or do you have like
yes,
T-shirts or things that you're promoting? You might want to let everyone know what what you have out there so people can go to your page.
yeah. My page is a kidney for Christine and Hernandez, and I'm in the process of doing t-shirts, and I haven't done that yet. And maybe like a sticker for my car and for the front lawn. I got that idea from John. The, you know, the lawn signs and stuff like that. um I have even thought about maybe doing like a billboard, you know,
Mhm.
um to see if that'll help, you know, and putting a billboard up and um seeing, because you have to be out there. And I heard what you were saying earlier, Rhonda, about how there isn't enough awareness
I
out
agree.
there for us.
Yes.
And I think I know that we have our month, the kitty month, but I think like so much more could
Yeah.
happen,
Yeah.
and so many more commercials and things for us kidney warriors, because kidney disease is like a pandemic. It's an epidemic. It's affecting so many lives, and it's people a lot of people aren't surviving. So it's important for our voices to be heard, you know, and things to change, you know. Uh Focus needs to be on every disease, you know, every disease. I've had cancer too, so I know that cancer is terrible, you know,
It
and
is.
it's a terrible disease. um but they have a bigger campaign for that than they do kidney
Yeah.
disease. Kidney disease is just as deadly because they can is either dialysis or transplant, and you don't get more options than that, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I want to encourage you also with the, you know, getting the word out with the T-shirt, because the T-shirt is like a walking billboard, right? I
It
mean, you got
is.
your information on there, you got your Facebook page on there, you know, maybe your phone number, telling people where to go. I mean, it's a walking billboard. So the T-shirt is definitely a win-win. And I don't know if you've reached out to them or not, but Design a Shirt will give you 5 free shirts,
Really?
up to 5
Okay.
free shirts for a person that is in need of a kidney. Okay. And I can share that information with you at the end of the broadcast. I'll message it to you.
Thank
But
you.
it's a company called Design a Shirt, and it's all one word. And they're on Facebook, and they have a website and all that. But I seen it on a Facebook post, and I reached out to them, and sure enough, they sent it to me in the mail free of charge. And they just told me, you know, God bless, and we hope
Oh,
that this helps out. And so the T-shirt is an amazing, you know, a sticker, a magnet, a website, you know, just all kind of different ways that you can. The yard sign's a very, very genius idea. The yard sign is very genius. Billboard. Rhonda, you said you were on the back of a truck.
Yeah, I had a couple of friends of mine who own a trucking company, And so I ordered mine from Vistaprint, and I got some of those magnetic panels to put on the back of the semis. And my face was plastered on, I think, about 6 or 7 semis. And
Okay.
they went up east, which was great because it was in, my area. So,
Yeah.
and I got a couple of people that reached out to me that saw it. So that is definitely avenue
Yeah.
to utilize if you know someone who has a truck. Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting a little bit of backfeed from something. I don't know what it is, but it's a little bit. I don't know if I'm the only one that hears it or.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Yeah.
I hear it, and
Um,
I don't know what
yeah.
that is.
But you know what, Cris? I really appreciate you coming on the show, guys. Her page is A Kidney for Christine and Hernandez, blood type O. We've already spoke about the paired exchange program. So if you are interested and you're not a match, you can get involved with the paired exchange program. The hospital is Northwestern in Chicago, Illinois. She's also currently trying to be listed in Tampa. What's the name of the hospital in Tampa?
Chris?
Chris? Yeah, she's locked up.
She's
We're having
frozen too.
yeah, she froze up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove her for now until she wants to come back. Let's see.
Oh, there you
there
go.
she goes.
It's freezing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take her off for now. See if she'll come back in. But let me see if I can get her back on.
I think she said Tampa General. I'm not sure, but I thought that's what she said.
Yeah, Tampa General. Yeah, that's where it's at. And that's where I believe her name's Audrey Bella Langston. I believe she had her transplant, or she's involved with the transplant program down there. And she's on Sisters with Kidney Disease. She has her own show and everything that she does with on the Steve Belcher's urban media network that he has. And she does an amazing job. So that's a great program down there in Tampa.
Well, I'm excited for Cris because I know she's going to get that kidney that she needs, and it's going to happen soon. I believe that it's going to happen soon.
Yes, me too.
And I'll be able to help any way I can to kind of help promote her, share it on your page. And if everyone else could share her page and let as many people know as possible, that we have another sister kidney warrior that needs a kidney. And I believe she'll get it. I think 2021 will be her year. Or maybe even 2020. Year's not over with yet.
Yes. I mean, as you know, I had mine in 2020 and you had yours in 2020. So they are doing them during this pandemic, believe it or not. So, don't let it, don't be scared or don't be afraid. My hospital followed all the guidelines and all the appropriate, measures to be safe. As a matter of fact, when they brought me in, they COVID tested me right away.
They did me.
And they're not messing around with this stuff. So you can be a donor. Don't be afraid to be a donor because they are following proper guidelines and procedures at the hospitals.
And actually, John, I think one of the things is they're taking even more precautions. So it's probably one of the better times to have it, I think, because they're going the extra steps.
Yes.
When I had mine, unfortunately, my children weren't able to come to the hospital with me, but I could tell that there were a lot more precautions that were done at the hospital than, probably had been done previously. So, so for those potential donors, don't worry because they're doing more than 100% for sure.
Right. Well, shout out to Jeff Brown for putting this together. Jeff, I know it's early over in Abu Dhabi, but I want to let you know, brother, We're thinking about you. Appreciate everything you do for Christine and Hernandez. He's helps her with her kidney page that you can find on Facebook, A Kidney for Christine and Hernandez, and he makes awesome posters for her, and he makes all kind of things for her, and he just continues to advocate. He's a constant source of support.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I want to give a big shout out to him. And Jared Brown says, "Don't be stingy. Please share this." And my boy Jared, brother, I love you, brother. And he's a big, strong support too. He always says that on his show. Don't be stingy. And we kind of laugh about that.
Give Jared a big shout out because he was real instrumental in promoting my page when I was looking, but prior to my transplant. And he was also encouraging because I had some down days. Jared and his brother both, they're just phenomenal. And all of the work that they do, and they do it out of the goodness of their heart. It is so much appreciated, and they're getting the word out there. So I appreciate everything that you guys are doing. I don't know, maybe I can speak on behalf of those kidney warriors that are out there, but we need more people like you that are out there giving of their time and energy to kind of bring awareness. So thank you for all that you do. And then also with Christine, we got to get you that kidney. So it's going to happen. This is your year.
Yes. And, I've been praying for you and believing for you, Cris. And I really feel like that there's a special person for you that's going to come. And they will have to be a special person because of your PRA and that situation. And but God's got that special person. And that's what I truly believe for such a time as this. And I feel like that God will allow this to happen in His time. We just have to trust Him and believe Him and leave it in His hands.
That's
right. And we're all persons of people of faith here. So this is the way we believe. This is the way we trust. We put all of our trust in Him and cast all of our cares upon Him, for He careth for us. And He's a great source to lean upon in the time of trouble.
That's right.
Even in not the time of trouble, we lean upon Him when times are good or bad. It doesn't matter. God is always there for us, no matter what.
Yep. He's our refuge and our strength. That's for sure. Psalms 46:1.
That's right. That's right. And I'm a big believer in faith. And Cris Ann, we definitely have a lot of faith in the Lord Jesus Christ that you're going to receive this kidney. And we're going to keep believing for you. We're going to keep sharing for you. I know that Rhonda's on board. Tiffany's on board. Jeff's on board. Jared's on board. Everybody's on board for you. We're all rooting for you. We're all in your corner.
And I just might want to add one thing as we talk about, we're all people of faith. One of the things I noticed right away with Cris Ann is that she used to post quite a few of Pastor Furtick, and my daughter and I we attend Pastor Furtick's church here. It's based here in Charlotte, and so I noticed it right away. So I asked her. They have these what they call groups, elevation groups, and so I kind of asked her if she was interested, and so we've connected more than on just the kidney level, but on a spiritual level as well. So I'm real happy to be able to support and help her in her effort to find a kidney. So
yes. And Donna Tassat, I want to give you a special shout out for all the advocating you've done as well. You are a force to be reckoned with in the kidney community when it comes to advocating for people. And I see you all the time, and I try to share as much as I can, but we really appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching tonight. I appreciate everybody's feedback, love, and support. It's just been amazing. And this has been a great show. Sorry about all the technical difficulties, but it happens. But it's been a great show. Rhonda, I appreciate you coming on. Tiffany, Cris Ann, it's been a great show. Believe it or not, we've gone almost an hour. I didn't think we'd last maybe 40 minutes, but when it comes to this type of stuff, we could probably go for another hour if we wanted to. Especially talking about the good things of the Lord, right?
Absolutely.
But it would take a lifetime to keep talking about that.
So can we post her page to kind of direct people?
It's on the ticker below. I can't really post it. I don't have the resources to do it, but a kidney for Christine Ann Hernandez. It's on Facebook. You know, and that's the key word is you start typing in a kidney for Christine, and it's probably going to populate or show up for you. I use it all the time and I tag all the time. So usually when I get to the Christine part, it usually pops up. It auto populates on Facebook. Maybe that's because I use it so much. But anyway, guys, that's where it's at. And you can find her. She's also on Facebook as well. So you can look her up, Cris Ann Hernandez.
Yeah, share with everyone that you know. Let's get the word out there for Christine. We want to get her that kidney this year. So please tag everyone that you know and share the word.
Yes. And like I said, if you're skeptical about, being a donor, Google search it and look up all the, benefits for the person that you're going to donate to. Look at all the, resources that you can find on it. Some people are afraid to step forward because they think they can't live with one kidney, but you can live with one kidney. I'm doing it right now. Rhonda's doing it. Yeah. There's many of us as transplant recipients that we're surviving on one kidney. So if you donate your kidney, you're given a gift. You have two, and you can survive with just one. The other kidney will actually take the place of the other one, and I believe it swells a little bit or enlarges a little bit. And you can definitely live with that one kidney.
Right. And I was told, matter of fact, I just talked to my nephrologist the other day, and most people as they get older, their kidneys don't exactly work at 100%. And said that my one kidney is working at 80. So it's doing the job for two kidneys. So it can be done. So people should not worry about, if you kidney that the other one will kick in.
Yes. And so, like I said, do your due diligence and research it, research it out, and definitely pray about it. If, you feel like something's on your heart and you feel like you want to be involved and get involved, definitely, step out and go get tested. The information's down below. A kidney for Christine Ann Hernandez. She's blood type O. Like I said, we've already talked about the swap exchange program, and in the Northwestern Memorial in Chicago. And then she's currently trying to get listed with Tampa General down in Tampa, Florida. And she spoke on some other hospitals as well. She'll put out the information on her page, I'm sure, soon enough as she gets listed. But guys, this has been a great show on Hope with Jonathan. I believe we've created an atmosphere of hope for her. And we're going to continue to share. And again, I appreciate you, Rhonda, for coming on. Tiffany, I appreciate you coming on. And everybody that watch and support it, I appreciate you. And we're going to go ahead and close it out. And you guys have a very blessed night. Take care. God bless.
All right. You too. And stay safe.